Well, after that disastrously our Billions attempt, I think we'll play a little bit of Surviving Mars, do part 2. This is a new game to me as well, but I do like to play every game that I play on the hardest settings, so we went for Russia, if you remember. Got given very little tech, and we found ourselves
achieved. Sector scanned.
Found ourselves in a little bit of a mess, because we're going to get people coming soon and a few more supplies, but as water doesn't seem like it's going to be enough, because we're only supplying 0 excess water, and we've not actually landed anyone yet, which is not good. Take another look, see if we can increase his technology will fit. So basically, more oxygen, 50% better oxygen production. We'll do with that with water if there's that kind of tech. But we also need to. We're at the point now. On the easiest settings, you'd be getting. I think you get 400 to 500 research per sol, and we're on a flat 200, which is just not good enough. So in fact, while we've got people coming, we were just doing as domes last time, and we're putting the stuff that we need to survive. Diner to distribute food, grocer so that they can buy food for home, farm so you can build food and houses. That's not going to be enough because your people kill themselves on this game fairly regularly, I've found. I've not played much past this point at all as far as game deaths concerned, so it's fairly new for me. I just know that we're better off trying to avoid that. So if we get some more, we definitely want a research thing, whatever that's called, that research lab, conveniently enough, because we need more than 200 points per sol. That's just not good enough. But then we also want something so that they don't end up popping themselves. So if you read through them, services, medical checks, obviously that's important, but it's not going to stop them from hanging themselves. We could do something like exercise, social, comfort, luxury, shopping. Oh, that's quite good. Relaxation, exercise and playing. So maybe a park's a good idea. Hopefully that'll stop people from tipping themselves right, left and centre. You never know. I think as well, if we looked on that, we got a explorer, yeah, so being as we've got as explorer, we'll be able to finally start searching these anomalies. Once again, on the easiest settings, you'll be able to just research those anomalies because you'd be sent over with a rover to go and investigate them. And you'll see how important they are as soon as we start unlocking them, because they're quite huge. Some of them contribute research points, I believe, and others unlock research technologies. So it's a fairly big thing starting off with an explorer, compared to not with the Russians who just can't afford it. Raid off a little bit there. I want 89%. So that one's got us colonists on only 28% here, so we do need us houses and farms and such built for them. We did send over some food on this one, so we should have enough to keep ourselves supplied. But by the time the hydronic farm starts actually producing, bear in mind though, I do think we're going to be in a mess. Oh, let's have a quick look at that. Oh, nothing. Because we're currently surplus water 0, and we need we basically need enough to grow stuff to make rocket fuel, so we can actually send us rockets back, and for us people to drink and live. So I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do here. I'm really hoping one of these has got water on it and I can go and claim the water. But even that, as Russians, presents a challenge because you don't get a transporter to transport materials to go and actually claim it. So
We have a power shortage.
happy days. So if you remember, we came with the fancy power things purposefully, which you can just open up. Maybe it'd be a good idea to bring more of those prefab moisture vaporizers rather than these prefabbed Stirling generators. The generators are really handy, but you can make wind turbines out of concrete, and that's how easy it is to get concrete. Like, we could do a couple of those now just to be safe.
No active research. Research complete.
So we'll leave that pause for a minute. Let's get a couple of wind turbines because they're basically free. No active research. So I'm not sure about it. So scientists plus 10, that's going to be a worthwhile endeavour. If we can get plus 10 performance while they're researching, when we're desperate for research, you should see how important the research is soon. So all this is our, I think we got an explorer on it, like I've just said, so we can finally start researching all this stuff. There you go. And now if you just set another gold, get a deposit next to it, it should empty it out. And if we need to scrap it or anything like that, or send it back, it's got not wasting resources. So let's just hope for something good. This is a funny one because it doesn't say anything about research funds. Normally they'll say readings that might help us discover new technologies. So like, it's clearly a research thing. I've never seen one without research on, so it'll be interesting to see what this is.
There were no secrets to find near the anomaly site. Just a scene of breathtaking beauty.
So I'm not sure what that's. So basically you get a celebrity. I'm not sure what the benefit of bringing a celebrity to Mars is. Actually, did we bring any prefabbed building? Can't actually see. So we brought a Stirling generator, we might as well build that. And we brought a moisture vaporator. That's good, because we really need that vaporator. Will it be enough when people get here? I'm honestly not sure, I don't think so. We'll soon see. I wonder if you can just leave them in their rocket for a little bit and create a bit of water. As we could do with that being filled up a little bit before we start bringing them down. I presume they've got what they need on the rocket to survive. Should hope so.
Anomaly analyzed.
New texts are available for research, so. Just what we needed. Moisture vaporator upgrade. Water production increased by 50%. might even be worth switching. I'll put that on next because I'm not sure if you'll lose your research points for taking that one off. And I don't want to risk that at this point, it's just not worth it. So we should be producing a bit of water now. Surplus 1, so 550%, 1.5 water. Maybe it's enough. We shall soon see. It's not even built as research lab yet. But it has built the houses, so I suppose we can bring them down. And as big things now is we can't get as rockets backwards and forwards, so we do need a refueling centre, and I believe that costs water. Refinery. Won't even let me read it yet. I'm sure it costs water. And obviously we're not looking too good on water. We're not looking too good on metals either. Like
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
come on you, I thought we'd sent you over here. Let's just bring them down and risk it. We've got that research incoming anyway. They'll pretty much sort themselves out, I think.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
The next 10 sols will be full of difficulties and dangers, but also with great promise and opportunities. It is now time for us to prove Mars can be door-worthy to greater riches and future human civilization. Even the most epic adventures begin with a single step. Arrival of colonists, additional costs, temporarily suspended until colony proves it's able to sustain human life. So, can't bring any more people across. Your founder colonist must survive 10 sols before additional people can arrive. That's not too bad. Hint, the colony will be evaluated positively before the period ends in the event of the first human being born on Mars. So if you feel you're up to the challenge, try to construct a medical building raising comfort for the founders. So
Milestone achieved.
that doesn't leave us a lot of choice.
New colonists have arrived.
Said infirmary, didn't it? A medical building. That's that then. Just hope it doesn't split the people too much apart because you want them growing and on research. Don't want to get to the point as well where we've got more water than the tanks can handle. I'd sooner have empty tanks than be wasting
The
water.
on-site data validates our predictive models of the electrically charged dust devils.
Oh wow, that's huge. So basically, we just gained 2,000 research points all at once. So I should finish off researching whatever I've done. And on top of that, because the colonists arrived, as we'll take a look in a minute, got 110 extra research points.
Research complete.
Just pause that a minute. So we definitely need that next. But you can suddenly see research labs 116. So just for getting your first load of people, we've got generating like 50% more research than what Russia sends alone. So that's pretty huge, that. Let's just charge up this rover first, and I think we've got more anomalies to go and research. So imagine being able to research these anomalies from the start on easy mode, like how easy it would make the game. And on top of that, you start off with 4 of those instant scan things. It just makes the whole process a bit too fast and a bit too easy.
Sector scanned.
Not looking
No
too bad.
active research.
So water reclamation, new spire building, water reclamation system drastically reduces water consumption in the dome. So you definitely want that when you can. It could make this little thing survivable. Bear in mind, we need to get these rockets back as soon as possible. We've got to send them back because we've got nowhere here for like proper water, and we've got nowhere for metals whatsoever. So if we don't get more metals sent across, we'll not be able to repair a building. So we've not actually picked a cracking spot, and I wish I put that dome over here, because every time I try and build something over these, it says not close enough to a dome, so we can't then generate income, because really that should have been there. Seems a bit silly, but that's that. You'd think for precious metals they'd risk walking out in space for all of, seems like a relatively short distance. Oh, actually, I don't know what's next. A really unfortunate starting position, to be honest. I have no water in the surrounding area at all.
Anomaly analyzed.
There's more to the barren environs of the red planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder, so long as you know where to look.
Oh, the research labs have gone down. Maybe people have gone to work on other things. I think that'll be alright. That survives quite a while, and we're trying to do all those, so we should be alright on power for quite some time. See, we do need to start getting us factories. We can't make machine parts for repairing stuff. We can't make electronic polymers. We're pretty isolated at the minute, which is why I want to focus on getting those ships backwards and forwards. I wonder if making one more sensor tower will speed things up. Range out, great. We can build that fairly far away actually. But I think the closer you go towards whatever you're scanning, the the faster it'll then scan the area. So if we build one over here, maybe we'll find some water. Maybe not. That is going to be a lot of metal though. So all these little piles of rubble, they're just a byproduct of making your concrete, and they're no good to anyone. So once again, you need to get the pumping ground out of it. Anywhere will do. Just enough so that they actually shift. Close those because we don't need them open, and they degrade faster if they're open. As long as you've got more power than
Sector
not,
scanned.
it's fine.
Anomaly found.
New anomaly. I think we're going to go into engineering next, just because I'm pretty sure that's where you get your your rocket fuel stuff from. Now the reason why I sound uncertain on research is it seems to be different every time. I literally start off with different starting texts. It's a little bit unpredictable. Makes it quite good though, because you can't just rinse and repeat the same thing over and over.
Anomaly analyzed. Dust storm.
There's more to the barren environs of the red planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
Wow, so basically for doing that anomaly we now get access to autonomous sensors, explorer AI, low-G hydrosynthesis, productivity training and utility crop. So probably worth a look at that. Oh, so that's the fuel refinery thing here. That one looked good as well. Generate 100 sol per explorer. We've got one explorer, so we could have 390 research per sol. I think we're going to have to go for rocket fuel first, because that's huge. And then go for the extra research. We need that rocket fuel, and we know it. We've not set up a very good base just yet. I can't see it being long till people start to die. Because I think all this stuff will just slowly break down until you can't produce what you need to actually do it. I think you need metal for like no oxygen tanks and such, I'm sure you do. And we still can't produce any. There's no... So we're very much reliant on finding metal lying around. Which is alright at the start of the game, just not this far on. We've got to find like a metal thing.
Pipe leak reported.
So I think we'll just repair that as soon as possible if you've got your thing. Oh god, look at all that. Look at all that water, repair it. Oh, you can see it going down. Water shortage -2. Ah, get it repaired fast. Now I suddenly see the importance of having what they're called, like valves right next to your tanks. Maybe we'll add those in, because that is losing a lot of water. It's still at -2, still repairing. Come on, just get it done. That is massive for us. We've just lost a lot of water. That is going to take that could be our rocket ship not flying to where we need it to be, just for the sake of not quite having enough water. So guarantee you, as soon as we get that as soon as that research comes in, we're going to be out of water, and crops are going to start dying, and people are going to start being very unhappy.
Anomaly found.
Oh good, a disaster. Storm. basically that stops your oxygen and water from working, so happy days. Let's hope it's a short one. Still no water. Oh, metal. So maybe that's a good expansion point. But we'd have to bring over some sort of, I don't know, some sort of rover or something. A transporter, I mean. So we can actually take stuff from A to B.
Research complete. Anomaly analyzed.
Oh wow. In 1,500 research points for that. Or not. See your little things, your X's above your thing. Basically, it's during a dust storm, so we can't actually produce any oxygen or water. Convenient. And they can go on for days and days as well. 21 hours is not too bad actually. We seem to have got fairly lucky.
Sector scanned.
I'll actually start trying to make pipes and stuff over here. Then I'll be able to make a metal thing. Although if you need a dome right over here, for your metal, that will be very inconvenient.
It's a rough life here on Mars. You can't prepare for addiction.
So I think I'm going to leave it there because I've just been summoned. But we'll carry on from here next time. Hopefully we'll get his rockets back to Earth, which is another milestone. Hopefully there'll be water around there. I'll just make one long pipe and wire and connect the two places with any luck. I'll see you next time.